This did nobody check him for no steroid. I said, he had quick hands, he would hit. I said, why y'all ain't checking for steroid? He ain't checking steroid. And then...
You think he was on steroids?
Of course he was on steroid.
And what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids.
One way responsible for the performance-enhancing drugs that are being used by fighters that fought in his gym. Specifically, off the top of my head, you have Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez had popped for Clenbuterol.
Boxing legend Evander Holyfield has openly accused Canelo Alvarez of possible steroid use. His outspoken remarks, made just before the Canelo vs. Terence Crawford clash, have intensified tensions and sparked widespread controversy and speculation throughout the boxing community.
Greatest Mexican boxing fights of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm 100% confident in myself. If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off
You
the
think
steroids.
he's on steroids?
Of course.
Sure.
How does five?
You saw De La Hoya
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids?
Right.
You know what I mean? No, all those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
Yeah,
Although Holyfield hasn't directly accused Canelo of steroid use, he has been vocal about enforcing tougher penalties for fighters who test positive for banned substances. Back in 2018, after Canelo tested positive for Clenbuterol, Holyfield argued that athletes caught using PEDs should face jail time, even suggesting a 30-day sentence.
Alvarez failed a drug test before his big Triple G fight in May, and he's blaming Mexican cows. All right, here's the deal. 2 months until the rematch with Gennady Golovkin on May 5th is going to be the big fight, and he's been taking drug tests leading up to the fight, standard operating procedure. This time he popped for a substance called Clenbuterol, which is a banned substance. As a matter of fact, it helps you cut weight. A lot of people use it illegally to cut weight while maintaining muscle mass. He is saying he did not cheat. He's not a cheater. I did not intentionally take Clenbuterol. Problem is, I've been training in Mexico and eating contaminated cow beef. That's what he's saying. There's a problem apparently in Mexico where some of the cattle are being injected with Clenbuterol, which helps cows. It's illegal in the United States, but some places outside the United States, even some places in the United States, will use Clenbuterol to grow bigger cows, to up the protein content in the meat. And he's saying that what he had was contaminated meat because his training center is in Mexico and there's a problem with Mexican meat down there. He even issued a statement saying, quote, "I'm an athlete who respects the sport, and this surprises me and bothers me because it had never happened to me. I will submit to all the tests that require me to clarify this embarrassing situation, and I trust in the end the truth will prevail." So far, the fight with Gennady Golovkin is still on. He's still dead set on making that fight.
Floyd Mayweather has openly called out what he sees as a double standard in boxing when it comes to steroid use, especially in Canelo Alvarez's case. He argues that while some fighters are heavily scrutinized, others, like Canelo, get more lenient treatment because of their marketability and status. Mayweather says this imbalance hurts the sport's integrity and lets certain fighters avoid accountability. He stresses that using PEDs is not only cheating but also a serious health risk, which ultimately damages boxing's credibility.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. They don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights. Canelo, and the list goes on and on about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been proven too.
This been proven.
Yeah. Oh, with Canelo. Oh shit, I didn't know.
This been proven.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay.
And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that it was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you're eating steroid cows. Man, these boys kill me.
David Benavidez has recently accused Canelo Alvarez and his entire team of using steroids. He questioned why Canelo would dodge a fight with him if he were truly confident, pointing to the multiple positive steroid tests linked to Canelo's camp. Benavidez's remarks have fueled their heated rivalry, with him openly claiming that Canelo's team is dirty because of these repeated test failures.
When the greatest Canelo came out, the one that you guys seen that fought Triple G the first time, bro, dude popped dirty for Clenbuterol, bro. Why do you think the second fight didn't happen? So, for me, seeing that was the best Canelo I've ever seen. But that was Canelo off of steroids. Everybody else that he fought Amir Khan, he fought Daniel Jacobs, he fought, what the f is his name, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. These guys are all weak, bro. So for me, that's why I feel like I see Canelo Alvarez and I see like, he's not as good as everybody thinks. Because the best one that fought Golovkin that first time was off Clenbuterol. That was the best Canelo I've ever seen, and that's why he looked so good, because he was off Clenbuterol. So with the Canelo, he even got suspended for like 7 months.
So it's guaranteed he was
guaranteed took it. He said that he ate meat that was tainted in Mexico.
Now let me ask you that question.
I've talked to people. They said for him to test positive off a piece of meat, he would have had to eat the whole.
Eddie Reynoso's gym has come under heavy scrutiny following multiple doping allegations involving fighters he trains. Canelo Alvarez, one of Reynoso's star pupils, has faced past steroid controversies, and critics note that several other fighters from the camp have also tested positive for banned substances. This has raised concerns about the gym's training practices and oversight. As Canelo gears up for his fight with Terence Crawford, many are keeping a close eye on his noticeably rapid physical transformation.